Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, the Ukrainian Air Force continues to defy expectations with daring operations over Russia's Kursk region. Facing advanced air defenses and relentless countermeasures, Ukrainian pilots and drone operators employ innovative tactics to strike key military targets. Another airstrike on Russian positions. Ukraine's Air Force is even more active at the front lately. Ukraine's Air Force struck a building hosting Russian reconnaissance forces and ammunition in the Kursk region. The Russians did not train the DPRK military to counter Ukrainian drones, and their command underestimated their effectiveness. This is stated in their interview with the South Korean media Chosun Ilbo. The media reports that one of the prisoners, a 26-year-old soldier, is named Ri, and the other, a 21-year-old, is named Bayek. They held the positions of a sniper scout and a rifleman, respectively. According to them, they are soldiers of the Reconnaissance General Bureau under the General Staff of the Army, and not special forces of the 11th Assault Corps of the SOF Command. We can only assume which unit they are from, as the local GRU includes units 180, 91, and 525. At the same time, it is possible that due to the reforms, some intelligence units were transferred to the SOF or subordinated to their command during the fighting in the Kursk region. According to Ri, he arrived in Vladivostok on October 10, 2024. Before that, he and his fellow soldiers had been in Jagang province for about a month, where they helped with flood relief efforts. I joined the battle on January 5th. The first wave of troops suffered heavy losses due to drone strikes and artillery fire. We were counting on the support of Russian artillery, but they were firing behind enemy lines and not covering us properly. This resulted in many casualties, Ri added. The prisoner shared that North Korean agents were closely monitoring the troops in Kursk, spreading false rumors that the drone operators were South Korean soldiers. After being wounded, he was afraid to move even at night, fearing the Devil's drone, as he called the nighttime bombing drones that Russians call Baba Yaga. According to him, it was drones that caused the unit's most significant losses, and the Russians did not teach them how to effectively counter this threat. In January, it was announced that the South Korean government plans to hold consultations with Ukraine on the reception of captured North Korean soldiers. The South Korean constitution defines the entire Korean peninsula as its territory, effectively recognizing all peninsula residents, even the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, as its citizens. Fighters of the 77th Airmobile Brigade repelled another Russian assault in Kharkiv region. Russians acted boldly and paid the price, losing significant manpower, 3 AFVs, and 1 tank. The 77th Separate Airmobile Brigade said that the assault took place in the Kupiansk sector. The enemy tried to act openly and insolently and was punished for it, losing a significant amount of equipment and personnel, the military said. Before the offensive, drone operators mined the roads. For this purpose, special drones were used to drop anti-tank mines. During the assault, reconnaissance drones were already watching the Russians and adjusting their artillery systems. FPV drones were also successfully used to destroy Russian equipment. Now the Russians are trying to move closer to Kupiansk. The enemy also managed to create a bridgehead for an offensive in the northern sector. However, the eastern and northern directions are holding. The enemy is quite far from the city. The enemy is not looking forward to an attack on the city in the near future, said Serhiy Santa, commander of the Special Forces Group of the Separate Typhoon Detachment of the National Guard of Ukraine. As previously reported, Russian invaders attempted to seize the positions of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the Kharkiv region. The Russian invaders sent an armored group consisting of 2 armored personnel carriers, infantry, and a tank to support them. Over 10,000 applications for 18 to 24 contract were submitted in just a week, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense confirms. Contract 18 to 24 is a new program that allows citizens aged 18 to 24 to voluntarily join the defense forces under a contract. Participants receive substantial payments, NATO standard combat training, and exclusive social benefits. The number excludes voluntary sign-ups within this age class directly with brigades.
Currently, the Reserve Plus app has more than 10,000 requests, but the Reserve Plus app is not the only entry, so to speak, into this perimeter, because there is also the possibility of direct recruitment in brigades. E-Recruit. There is a recruitment center. There is this site 1824.mil.gov.ua, so there are several opportunities, let's say, to join this contract. But we do this so that people understand the scale and that indeed this project has interested many. Well, we go out and provide such information. It seems to me that it looks quite good.
Russia. Cannon fodder collection at an MMA training club in St. Petersburg. In a desperate push to replenish its ranks, Russian authorities have been raiding nightclubs and bars, forcibly conscripting young men into the military. Reports from across Russia describe security forces rounding up partygoers, checking documents, and dragging unwilling recruits straight to enlistment centers. As losses mount on the front lines, the Kremlin's hunt for cannon fodder grows more aggressive, fueling anger and fear among Russia's youth. Kremlin fascists also accidentally raided Young Eagles Children's Martial Arts Academy, looking for cannon fodder in Krasnodar on February 13th. The blunder was hushed up, but info leaked today. They left empty-handed after citing the business for not having a cash register. The embarrassment is even greater here, as we see that only young kids are being trained, too inexperienced to be used as cannon fodder. But as the mad Moscow dictator loses his grip on both the war and the country, anything can be expected. Russian propagandists, we now have a historic chance to finish off the European question, so that Europe will never again have such influence and power and be so united.
Europe is the problem. We now have a historic chance to resolve the European issue, so that Europe never has such influence or power again. And such, it was so united. I don't like the way you think there. Once again, it's not even about the hazelnut groves. It's about them never being united, nor influential or possessing, and not possessing the power to. But for that purpose, as was very wisely said, at least to start by denouncing, of course, this treaty and not recognizing. We do not recognize at all. Yes, the European Union as an institution at all.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.